Okay, good evening everyone. Welcome to another vlog of me going out, delivering for Uber Eats on my moped. This is the first time I've tried to record in an evening when it's a bit darker. No particular reason for avoiding that, other than the fact that I wasn't really sure that my camera would be up to recording at night. It's not the greatest quality camera, and I thought that if I recorded at night, it's likely just to pick up a load of blurry blackness for the most part. So we're going to give it a go. I'm not really sure how well it will pick up things. I think the problem with Sheffield is that when you're in the city centre, it's all bright lights and crowds and people, but a lot of the delivering I do tends to be out in the suburbs, where you're likely to just get a lot of pretty bland houses bathed in darkness, which isn't that exciting to look at really. But this is a Sunday evening I'm doing, so not the busiest time. Obviously Friday and Saturday are the prime times for working these kinds of shifts, but oh, there we go. We've got the first order already coming in, and that's from a place called Burger, which means I'm going to have to turn around. It's about £6 for about 3 miles, I think. I think it's a double order, so there are 2 orders there. Okay, so this is a double order. I thought both of them were going to be from the same location, but in fact this second one is from Subway, which again is not too far from here. So I'll pop down there. One thing I'm realizing is that this is the kind of night before students come back from university, so might not actually be a bad day to be delivering. A lot of students coming in from other cities and then wanting something to eat. So I think delivering at night, the traffic is often a lot quieter, particularly during the week. I think it's just with the lights sort of flashing in your face, and I don't think people can see motorbikes very well at night. It feels just a little bit more dangerous than doing it during the day at the weekends. So you are just a little bit more on your guard and just a bit more careful, and particularly as it gets kind of later in the evening, you do get the kind of boy racers coming out in their speedy cars, and they like to just race around and Hi. Order for... Is that it? Yeah. Okay, cheers. Thank you. Well, that was nice and quick. Normally you do have to wait in Subway. Certainly looks like it's in the direction of all the student residences, so yeah, it's a very short distance, this first one. It's only, well, it's 4 minutes, 1.1 miles. As I said in previous videos, I like these nippy little short deliveries. Get this kind of momentum really when you're doing all these quick orders. Okay, we're heading down something called Ecclesall Road now in Sheffield. This is a very sort of popular student area, both for living and socialising. Lots of bars, pubs, cafes, restaurants, but also all the streets off it tend to have student housing. So this looks very likely to be a student house I'm delivering to here. There's your food. Have a good one. Bye bye. Okay, that's the first one done. On to the second order here. That was definitely a student order. And again, we've got 3 minutes to this one. It's 0.8 miles. So kind of a £6 order. Probably all done in 15 to 20 minutes max, which is not too bad. Okay, we've got another one coming in for a Korean restaurant. That's like £3 for 2 miles. Not fantastic. Not. But I've never been to this Korean restaurant. I'm just kind of curious what it's like. Sometimes that's the motivating factor. It's you know, is it a new place I've been to? It's always good to kind of learn new locations, new places to park and things like that. Oh, this guy's turning around without much indication. That's the kind of thing you need to be careful of on at night. Is this slightly crazy driving? When you get it during the day, you just see it easier. Hi there. Did you order from Brillburger? Okay, there you go. Enjoy. Have fun. Bye. Okay, let's go off and find this Korean restaurant, which isn't very far. It's just a couple of minutes away. So, it's adding 18 minutes, 3 miles, Taco Bell to Stannington Road and Wood Lane. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so we've got another order coming in from Taco Bell. Adding, was it? I'll have to check again. I kind of missed the plot on that one a little bit. Let's just get off to this Korean restaurant first, and then we'll work out what we're doing after that. And I'll work out how much it all comes to. So yeah, so this is the kind of interesting. Yeah, this is the kind of, I suppose you could call it mini Chinatown or mini China area of Sheffield. There's a lot of Chinese kind of students around here, and let's just see if I can find this restaurant. Sure. Okay, I think this is the one I need. So yeah, it's you know, very much catering to the international students here, and very popular this area is too. There's like a big Chinese supermarket just up there, and a variety of like Chinese restaurants and boba shops and hairdressers and lots of different things. A lot of them just purely sort of staffed by Chinese people and only really function in the Chinese language, which is absolutely cool. Hello. Got an order for this person. Not sure how to say that, but okay. Cheers. Thank you. I hope you're getting at least a flavour of Sheffield of an evening. It looks like to deliver as well. Like I said, it's been pretty busy so far, I've got to say. Pretty impressed. So yeah, this Taco Bell's right in the centre of the city, on a street called Devonshire Street. Parking can be a bit of an issue here, but again, maybe on a Sunday it might be a little bit quieter, so might be able to pop my bike nearby. But as you can see from all these car parks here on the right, it's pretty busy. Like I said, might be a lot of students coming back who going out celebrating, but also maybe ordering food. So good for me. Shimmy up this road. Sometimes just park around here. Now, this is double yellow territory. I kind of hope that at this time in the evening there won't be any traffic wardens, but you never know. So I have to get in and get out pretty quickly. Alright mate, got an order. Okay, thank you mate. Cheers. Let's get off to this first order, which was the Korean order. This is just 4 minutes away, 1 mile. Again, this is all quite nippy, quick. There we are, coming up past kind of university there on the right. You see the Student Union, the University of Sheffield. All these shops and pubs and cafes here all serve the university, really. Got so many other departments around here. Got a fellow delivery guy there. Evening. Hi there. Is this the Korean, the bibimbap order? Just grab that for you. There you go. Have a good evening. Always nice when they come out and greet you and take your order from you. Makes life so much easier. Don't have to get off the bike and take off your gloves and take your backpack off. So yeah, I think that was definitely again another student. I wonder, being in sort of close proximity to the hospital, whether those are medical students or not. But yeah, I didn't quite catch the cash amount for this, so I'm going to work out after I've stopped this next order and do a quick pause and see how much that whole order came to with the two orders. Okay, so we got 8 minutes for this one, about 2 miles. If I think it's going where it's going, it's a very familiar area. A lot of people order takeaway to this area. Okay, we're getting to sort of the dark streets of Sheffield now. Getting out the bright lights. That's where I wondered if my camera would, fail to pick up much. And you can see it's both dark and very hilly. This road particularly takes a real steep dive down here, so you got to be really careful when you're on your motorbike or your bike to control the brakes coming down here, particularly if it's raining or it's a bit icy. I would probably avoid this if there was any kind of serious weather problems. But yeah, I was going to record. I went out last night and I was going to record that. So I thought, well, Saturday night's going to be good, but I forgot to charge the battery on the phone, on the camera, so never got round to it. And I was kind of pleased that I didn't, because I made a bit of a cock up last night. I basically didn't deliver the whole order. I forgot to deliver some drinks to one of the customers, which was really frustrating because it was a really long way out. I went all the way out to kind of almost, it was in Rotherham. It was a really long drive, like 6 or 7 miles to deliver this order, going down these windy country roads and pitch blackness and sort of trying to navigate through it on my weedy lights from my bike. And I got to this place, quite a kind of rich, almost kind of mansion-like place, and delivered the order, but forgot that there was in my bag there was another little sort of plastic bag with a couple of Pepsis in it, and I forgot to take them out, and I only realised when I got back into Sheffield and was doing another order when I opened my bag and I saw them there, and I really didn't know what to do at that point. I tried to contact Uber support, but if you're not actually on an order, they won't actually reply to your phone call. It has to be specifically about that order that there is the problem with, so they kind of wouldn't pick up. So I then had to sort of send a message to them through the messaging system, and and I did say, I'm happy to have the money for those Pepsis taken out of my earnings, and I just wanted to make sure that both the restaurant didn't get sort of a bad mark from the customer for failing to put the Pepsis in, which they did, or I wanted to, ideally I wanted the customer kind of recompensed in some way. Again, it might be one of these situations where they just don't bother complaining or saying anything, particularly if it's just like a drink or a couple of drinks. Sometimes these are thrown in anyhow as part of a meal deal, and they just choose a couple of drinks just because they get them as part of a deal. Sometimes they're not even concerned about having them. But I think it was just frustrating for me not to sort of people to think that I'd sort of stolen their drinks, which I hadn't, because I don't really need Pepsis. I can buy them myself. But yeah, so I just sort of kept them. I mean, I took them home in the end because there was nothing else I could do with them really. I suppose I could have taken them back to the restaurant, but then I'm not sure what they would have done with them. I suppose once they've been paid for, there's not much you can do really. So I kind of sat in my fridge at home, which I felt a bit bad about, but there's no real way to get back in contact with the customer as well. Once you've finished a delivery, that's it. You don't really have any other additional way of contacting them, which is probably good. You don't want both the customers and the deliverers sort of pestering each other after the order. Probably want to avoid that as much as possible, but this was one occasion where it would have been nice to be able to just tell the customer what had happened after the fact, just to explain what the situation was. But there you go. So I was a bit frustrated by that. Let's see what we're looking at. The cross port. Okay, I will. Oh, am I going to do the cross port? Okay, I will do that. Oh, hi there. Sorry, I was just trying to. Oh, let's just take that a sec. Just. No, is it okay if I just take a picture? Because it's a leave at door order. I'm supposed to have taken a picture to prove that I did deliver it. Sorry about that. Cheers. Thank you. Have a good one. Okay, we're now off to a pub to pick up what I suspect would be a sort of a Sunday roast order. This is like a carvery place, very popular. Often do deliveries from there. It's a double delivery. I think it's £8 for 6 miles, which is not ideal, but I do quite like this pub. They're quick, friendly, so I don't mind doing orders from there. Also takes me on a slightly dangerous and dark journey down these country lanes to get there, from experience. So you're going to get to see a little bit of the countryside, and me weaving perilously down a country lane, and it's very steep as well uphill, which means my bike struggles terribly. If there are cars behind you, you can sense I'm getting very frustrated as I struggle to get up this very, very steep hill. You'll see this in a moment. So you can see there, I don't know how visible that is, but you can see the kind of the lights of Sheffield a little bit. You can see just how hilly it is. I'm going down a hill, and you can see across the way there, you know, the lights from the houses up the other hill there. And Sheffield's built on 7 hills, so it is an incredibly hilly place. And then we'll go up a road called Hag Hill, which is notoriously steep, but it is the quickest way to get from where I was to this restaurant. You can see it's pretty dark here. Here we go. You can barely see it in the dark. You got to be really careful because it's very gravelly as well. You can see on the road. So, you know, that's almost mocking me, the 30 miles an hour limit there. I ain't going to be doing 30 miles an hour up here. I'll be lucky to hit like 20. So here we go. It's all a bit very scary in the roads. You can see the roads are incredibly sort of potholed here. So it's a bit harsh on the body. Alright. Oh yeah, I've got a car behind me. He's going to get annoyed as hell at how slowly I go up this hill if he's coming after me. But there's nothing I can do, mate. You're just going to have to put up with it. So you can see it's very windy and deep and dark. Luckily it doesn't last too long. But it does give you a kind of idea, particularly of how green and how many sort of parks and fields and allotments you can find in Sheffield. You know, just a few short miles outside the city centre, and you're into pretty wild countryside. And then obviously you've got the Peak District, you know, 6 to 8 miles outside as well. So people tend to think of Sheffield as a very industrial city, but it's really not. I think it's one of the greenest cities in Europe. Alright, back in civilization, which is always nice. So here we are at the pub called the Crosspool. It's a nice place, nice food. If you're ever in Sheffield, you're in this part of Sheffield, I can thoroughly recommend. Do a really nice carvery here. It's quite cheap as well. Alright, mate. There you go, you can see the carvery there. Alright, mate. I've got... Oh, not too bad. Got... Okay, cheers. Yeah, you too. Have a good evening. Might be back here soon. No. Oh, I might do actually. Let's have a look. No, these are the only two. I haven't really delivered on a Sunday night, so I've done Sunday afternoons, and you can often get quite a few Sunday roast deliveries there. But I obviously want them in the evenings as well, so you know, there's a whole stack of them lined up there on the counter there, so you can just see how popular it is. I did find, I think one afternoon I went back there quite a few times, like 3 or 4 times to deliver. Some people still got their Christmas decorations up, which I quite like. I think sometimes they just don't bother taking them down and just leaving up the whole year. But yeah, as soon as I get a break, I will try to work out how much I've earned so far. I've been out just over an hour, I'd say. So once I've done these 2 orders, hopefully if I don't get any more in, I can just take a little breather and see where we are. But yeah, it's been very busy this evening, I have to say. Hi there. Yeah, but I think it's a good night for a roast, I think. Thank you so much. There you go. Have a good one. Bye. Okay, let's get off to the next one. This one's going a little bit further. This one's going about 8 minutes, about 2.4 miles. So yeah, we'll see. Hopefully have a look at how much we've earned after that. Yeah, I think in the last video I talked about applying to be a Deliveroo driver and said that they'd finally said that I can kind of complete my application and start delivering, but it's literally taken forever to get this done. It's, you know, the problem with all these Just Eat, Uber Eats, everything is kind of automated, so you upload all your documentation and then it's supposed to kind of presumably kind of scan it or use some kind of AI to check whether it's authentic or not. And you know, if something goes wrong or if they misread your documents or something, then it just keeps going back saying, oh, you know, you've been rejected, you have to upload again. So I got my driving license, I don't know, rejected about 20 times. I just kept uploading it. In the end I had to contact them and say, well look, you know, there's nothing wrong with my driving license, I'm not quite sure why it keeps getting rejected. And eventually the support person clearly had to do it manually to make sure that it got accepted. But I've still got several more steps to go. You've always got to do some kind of background check, sort of a criminal record background check, which again makes sense, but that can take a while as well. So, you know, we're probably looking a few weeks down the road before I can start delivering for Deliveroo, but I will try to record my first outing with Deliveroo, and I also try to record the kind of screen of the app as well, just to show what it's like for a person doing it the first time on one of these services. There you go, have a good one. Bye. And take a look and see how much we've earned so far.